birthday update this week. Can anyone believe it's been a whole 5 years since Adopt Me first came out? That's a long time, and a lot has changed over the years. In celebration of Adopt Me being around for half a decade, we wanted to take a look back through the history of the game. Yep, today we're going to be taking a look at the story of Adopt Me's history and how it became the game that we all know and love today. But to begin our story, we have to take a trip back in time. So, join me as we travel back 5 whole years to the 14th of July, 2017. The Adopt Me of 2017 was a very different place to the Adopt Me of today. I wasn't around, Dahlia, Jesse, and Z weren't around, our incredible dev team weren't around. Back then, the future of Adopt Me rested on 2 people, and 2 people only. Bethink and Newfissy. This pair of Roblox developers created the original Adopt Me Island together. And while there are some similarities to how it looks now, for the most part, it was wildly different. The nursery looked more like a grocery store and only contained things to do with actual babies and nothing to do with pets. There was an actual big grocery store, a bunch of places that stated they would be coming soon, and a ton of rentable buildings on the outside area of the island. To say that this place looked massively different in comparison to what we have now is probably still selling things short. In this version of the game, things were pretty simple compared to what would come in the future. Instead of being able to adopt pets, the only thing you could do was adopt babies. In fact, everything was centered around role-playing the relationship between a parent and a baby. You'd earn bucks from looking after your kid, which could be used to buy a bunch of things on the island, ranging from renting a home to clothes and other items from the variety of shops on this basic map. The release of the game was immediately popular, but Newfissy and Bethink weren't exactly going to sit back on their laurels and coast by on their success. Oh no, they immediately started getting to work on releasing updates. From new items to cool events like the very first Christmas event in 2017, there were a lot of cool small additions to the game. But the first big update that really revolutionized Adopt Me didn't come until around the first anniversary of the game in July 2018. That was the update that added building to the world of Adopt Me. Before this update released, there were houses scattered around Adoption Island that players could rent for bucks. However, they didn't technically own any of these houses, and they couldn't customize anything that was inside of them. Each one came prefabricated with its own design. That all changed with the July 2018 update. The very first buyable houses were added to the game with this update, allowing players to customize their interiors for the very first time. The tools were simple, and there weren't that many things that players could actually add to their houses, but it was still a massive change that gave players something brand new to do. Before we go any further, it's time for the question of the video. Since we're on the subject of the past today, I want to know what your favourite moment was while playing Adopt Me. This doesn't have to be about an update, it could be literally any time that you had fun playing the game. Let me know in the comments, and the next time I do one of these kind of videos, I will show them off. Right, let's get back to the history of the game. The popularity of Adopt Me did continue to increase steadily, but it wasn't until 2019 that things really started to take off. As I mentioned before, in the original version of Adopt Me, pets weren't a thing at all. First teased as part of a side quest in the Easter egg event of that year, pets were officially released with the first pet egg in June 2019. If players had completed that quest, then they would be gifted a blue egg and a pink egg, which would hatch into a blue dog and a pink cat respectively. But the main attraction was the massive change to the nursery and everything that was inside of it. The nursery had changed to basically what it looks like today, with the baby nursery on one side and the pets area on the other. Here, players could talk to Sir Woofington, who would give everyone a starter egg, or they could buy the royal, pet, and cracked eggs. The egg gumball machine was also there, but players couldn't actually use it yet. Other than the pets that were present in the starter, pet, blue, and pink eggs, there were 2 more pets available. The very first Pet Games passes were the horse and the griffin. After the release of Pets and Adopt Me, the game started to see a truly meteoric rise in popularity, unlike anything that had come before. The next major change to the game was the first egg to be released in the Gumball machine, and it was added to the game just 1 short month after Pets actually arrived on the island. July 5th saw the addition of the Safari Egg, which introduced 7 brand new pets to the game that could be obtained for $750 in the Gumball machine. From the giraffe right down to the meerkat and the wild boar, these animals were all based off of creatures that roam the wild savannas of Africa. It stuck around for about 2 months before being replaced by the Jungle Egg. This started a new trend in Adopt Me of new eggs being added to the game and totally changing the dynamic of what players could expect to find, with each egg only being available for a limited amount of time. After the addition of Gumball eggs, the next big innovation to Adopt Me didn't come until the 10th of April in 2020, and this one was truly massive. In the run-up to this event, Adopt Me introduced a quest for players to go on. A special underwater area was added in the river that players could swim down to. When here, you had to find 3 different parts of the Founder's Key. After grabbing that key, you then had to go over to the pet store, use the key to open the vault, and grab the Founder's Crown. This was basically a hint to the big update that was coming, the Dress Your Pets update that allowed you to apply accessories to your pets. Once again, this update was absolutely massive for Adopt Me. Around 1.6 million people played the update at the same time, which has led to some people suggesting that it may have even crashed Roblox as a whole, it was so popular. Not that we can ever know if that was really the case for sure. But the Adopt Me team of 2020 weren't done there. Right on the heels of the Dress Your Pets update, literally just a week later, Mega Neons were added to the game, allowing players to combine 4 fully aged neon pets into a Mega Neon for the very first time. Then, a month later, there was the Monkey Fairground, and I don't think I need to go into detail about how popular it was, considering you're probably already typing a comment about how much you liked it already. The Fossil Isle update introduced dinosaurs and other extinct animals in a new Gumball machine egg, but also an event where players could dig things up in a brand new fossil area. As we moved from 2020 to 2021, old areas like the farm shop began to get reworked, as did mechanics like the gift stand, the backpack UI, and even the scam prevention system. But coolest of all at this time was the Playful Pets update. Remember earlier how I mentioned pets weren't very interactive to begin with? Well, this update sought to change that. Released on March 26, 2021, the Playful Pets update allowed pets to react to their environment in 15 brand new ways. If they got sick, dirty, sleepy or bored, the pets would actually look sick, dirty, sleepy and bored. They would get excited about food and toys if you held one out for them. It was a great update and made interacting with your pets much more impactful. After the Playful Pets update, we reached the absolute peak of the popularity of Adopt Me, which is when the Ocean Egg was released. The Ocean Egg was released in the middle of April. It flooded the nursery and added a bunch of new watery pets to the game. A colossal 1.92 million people played the game at the same time for that update, breaking every Roblox player record and still holding it to this day. While Adopt Me may never have reached the player count that it hit with the release of the Ocean Egg again, that doesn't mean that there hasn't been any innovation or changes to Adopt Me. January of 2022 brought with it the very first weather to Adopt Me. The Desert Day map introduced a brand new limited time look and a new shop that could only be accessed when the desert weather was around. This desert weather would return every month, and over the course of the year would also be joined by the winter weather, the autumn weather, and the... Wait, not that one. That one hasn't happened yet. Hey, on the subject of things that haven't happened yet, there's still so much more to come. Over the course of this video, we took a brief look at some of the highest highs and most influential game-changing updates. But there are so many great things that are being worked on by the team right now that it's honestly just incredible. Adopt Me has come an incredibly long way over the years. From a game developed by 2 people to a team of now almost 50 members, played by millions of players all across the world, and recently even stretching as far to have been visited on Roblox 29 billion times. On behalf of the Adopt Me team, I just want to say thank you for all of your support over the years, and I hope you continue to support us in the future. Remember, if you want to catch even more Adopt Me videos, you can subscribe to our channel with the bell on. And if you enjoyed this look back at the past, don't forget to leave a like. Also, you can follow any of our social media accounts, from Twitter to TikTok and Instagram, to even our new Pop Jam account. With all that said, I'll see you in the next Adopt Me video.